What's up, everyone? Country Reef 88 here, coming up with an update on the 167 gallon SPS dominant tank. Made a big decision. I took apart all of the glass panes. I'm going to be resiliconing everything just to give myself a peace of mind. The way they set this glass up was actually kind of weird, but it is thick and it is really reliable, so I'm just going to go ahead and reuse this bottom piece. They used kind of like a step tier system. The original glass was sitting on the top right here, but yeah, it was a really big decision to make, but like a good friend of mine said it was probably the best decision to make. Plus I was on the fence a little bit about doing it, but I went out and got the special RTV grade silicone black, just so that, you know, I can sleep at night knowing that my tank's gonna be completely seal tight. But today I'm going to be putting all the pieces back on. I went out and got the pieces for the Euro brace that you can see right there, and there are the back pieces right there, and the side pieces are out back right there. I was trying to get all the silicone off with rubbing alcohol. But other than that, guys, this is what's going on so far. Hopefully I'll have this tank up, or I'm sorry, the actual tank pieces up today, and let it sit overnight before I do anything else with it. Also, I took the black trim off the bottom just because the trim was just, it was shit. It was just so shot that I had to get rid of it. So I'm actually going to be making my own trim out of solid oak. And I'm actually just going to do the bottom, and that way the top will be completely trim free. Have the Euro brace, so okay, guys. Nice. So I have all the pieces lined up. I've gone and I've cleaned them all off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. You can see right here my nice Euro braces. I think I went with 3-inch. Yeah, I think I went with 3-inch for the fronts, and a little thicker for the sides. But yeah, overall it should give me a nice Euro brace to support my tank. And I actually do not like this, and put that right underneath that so it won't tip over. Over here, my back and my front over here, and you can see this one with all the holes in it. You have the 3 on top, which I'm actually debating on making 2 of them, or maybe all of them, 2-inch holes to match the bottoms down below. I was just told anything bigger than 1.5 inches is better for overflows, just because you won't get the gargling noise. There's really nothing that can clog it. So that's something that's been going through my head so far. I'm really debating on doing that. We'll see. Excuse me, guys. I'm having hard trouble keeping these hiccups down. But yeah, I think that's something I may do, especially since the glass is down. I may just go ahead and take it out front and drill it real quick for 2-inch. I do have a couple extra 2-inch bulkheads, and that way my overflow will be even better than what it's going to be already. As you can see, I am going with the I think it's called the Herbie Overflow, but I'm gonna have 1 for emergency and 2 for regular overflow. And here's the front glass right here. You can barely see it, that's how clean it is. But first things first, you want to make sure that your base, your bottom, is level, or the working area that you're gonna be working with is level. You really do not want to be working in an area that's not. It just ensures you that, you know, your outcome, your final product is going to be true, and you're not going to have any doubts that it's level or things aren't right. So, and also some tools you might want are some 90s, just to, you know, make sure that everything is square. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start this, and we will go ahead and see where the final product soon. Okay, guys, I've already put all the silicone on, put the sides on. Now it's drying. It's been drying for about, I want to say, maybe 30-40 minutes now. I'm gonna let the silicone get really hard. As you can see, there are some spots where I did get some messy silicone, but everywhere I've read or heard is leave it. Do not sit there and try to wipe it around. It only makes it worse. Let it harden. Let it get cured. And then take a razor blade to it. It comes off a lot easier than trying to get it off while it's gooey or wet. So I'm just allowing this to really harden up. And here's another spot right up here that got kind of messy. So it's gonna look a lot better. I really wanted to make sure that there's plenty of silicone on this thing so I wouldn't have to worry about leaks later. So I used as much silicone as I could. I did try to make it nice as much as I could too. So, but as soon as this gets cured, or as soon as it hardens, I can go ahead and start taking the razor blade to it and really shaping it up to a nice looking tank. Okay guys, now I've gone through and I've cut out as much silicone as I could to make it look somewhat even all the way around. So, and that way it looks somewhat professional. Trust me, I am nowhere near professional, so I know it's not going to look as good as if I were to, you know, send it off and have it professionally done. So, but not bad for my first time resiliconing a tank, especially on this scale. But I'm pretty confident that it went well. And as we speak, I am gluing together my piece of acrylic with the weld on. Actually, it seems like it's setting up quite fast right now. Yeah, it's already dry, so I'm going to go ahead and silicone that in. That's going to go right over here, right above that second 2-inch hole, and right below these 3 holes up here for my overflow. I was in a big debate on whether or not if I wanted to put teeth in this, but I think I'm gonna go on a different route. I'm not gonna go any teeth, and I'm actually just gonna put kind of like a net or a gutter guard type material, a plastic gutter guard, and it's gonna go right over the top of it, and that's how I'm gonna prevent fish from going over into my overflow. But that way I get a bigger and greater skim on top of my surface. That's the only downfall to having teeth, is the skim isn't as great as a full overflow, or a straight edge, as you would call it. So also going to be putting the Euro braces in too as soon as I get my overflow in, and then essentially the tank will be done. I may throw some bulkheads in on the side over there, but other than that, I think it's okay guys for now. I do apologize for the mess that you guys are going to see. I am still in the process of rearranging everything and trying to clean everything up. All the stuff that's right here is probably going, I have to get rid of it, besides my LEDs and some of the other equipment over here. But most of it's actually going away. But here it is. Here is the stand I've been working on for about 3 weeks now. Got the sumps in. The first one is going to be my, mechanical and skimmer section with maybe a refugium, but maybe not. I'm actually kind of thinking about going away from refugiums and just going straight, just a straight sump. I might make a little section, but having that skimmer be so big, there's really nowhere I could put it externally, so I just went ahead and put it in the sump. The first one right here is going to be a frag tank. It's going to be really cool, and I'm going to drill some holes right there to overflow into the bottom one, and then the return section is going to be right here. And the reason I put this right here is this is actually going to be, hold on one second. This is actually going to be the section where I'm going to put my reflow dart. The only reason I did that was there was no room down below because of these 40 breeders. And then this way I can put a board with some rubber on it, and I can mount the reflow to the actual board, reducing some noise, and it reduces, well actually it increases my my flow. But pretty excited about this, guys. I know you guys haven't really seen the build for this. I apologize, I've been really kind of busy. Plus with my computer being down, I really haven't been able to post anything. The canopy, I'm actually going to be putting some metal pieces right here that are going to be bolted. That's going to hang my LEDs. And the canopy itself is held by half-inch bolts with nuts on the end, 2 washers right here. Hold on a second, sorry, it's not focusing for me. But a nut, 2 washers, and I think it's a 6-inch and by half-inch nut, or I'm sorry, bolt. And there's 6 of those guys. You know, I didn't want to be worried about it coming down, so better safe than sorry. I did add some braces right here to help this bar right here from not bowing at all. But other than that, guys, this is a really sturdy stand. I'm really happy how this came out. I'm going to be getting the tank up on this. I'm going to get it going first. And then I'm going to build the exoskeleton, just because I would like to get the tank up. I have a friend who's holding my fish, so that's the only reason I'm kind of on the rush to get this up and going. But he's being really patient with me, and I appreciate that. But yeah, that's the only reason I've been trying to get this done. So probably today I'm going to be leveling, putting some shins under this, make sure everything's level. As soon as the tank is done, tomorrow I'll probably be putting the tank onto the stand. All the holes are already drilled in the main tank. I do have to drill some holes in that bottom tank to be able to overflow into the other tank, and I think I have to actually drill one more small hole for my overflow, not my overflow, but my auto top off, so that my float switch can work properly. I actually may try doing something differently on this, so I don't have to drill the external. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be, I may try to use one of the internal glass panes in there, just so that I don't have to use the external and have a chance of it breaking or leaking. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thanks, guys. Bye.